All right, today we're diving deep into one of the most dependable, most warm-hearted personality types out there, the ISFJ. You might know them as the nurturer. So let's get right into what really makes them tick.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. Do you live in a world that feels, to you, concrete and kind? If that question just clicks for you, well, you're probably going to see a lot of yourself in what we're about to talk about.
Okay, so let's start from the top. Let's meet the nurturer and really get to the bottom of what makes an ISFJ, well, an ISFJ.
When you boil it all down, the ISFJ is this amazing combination of warmth, genuine kindness, and just rock-solid dependability. For them, things like harmony and cooperation, they're not just nice-to-haves, they are absolute core values. In a world that can feel pretty chaotic, they're that steady, reliable force you can count on.
So, how does an ISFJ actually see the world? It's like they're operating on two channels at once. On the inside, their introverted sensing is like a superpowered filing system. They're constantly taking in concrete facts and details from everything they experience. But on the outside, that's where extroverted feeling comes in. Every decision they make is filtered through their personal values and, this is the big one, how it's going to affect other people.
And that introverted sensing power, you can seriously think of it like this vast, surprisingly accurate inner library of memories. It's not just a collection of facts, it's meticulously organized. If something mattered to them, your birthday, that one food you love, a comment you made in passing, you can bet they filed it away. And they can pull it out with just stunning accuracy, sometimes years down the road. It's pretty amazing.
Okay, so we've got the theory down, but how does all this stuff translate into the real world? Well, that brings us to what I like to call the ISFJ superpowers. These are the unique, incredible strengths they bring to the table.
I mean, look at this list. They are extremely dependable. Their organizational skills are off the charts. They're so observant of how other people are feeling, and they're just practical and down to earth. ISFJs are the ones who quietly keep everything running smoothly, you know? They're driven by this deep sense of responsibility and a real desire to help. It's no wonder they're often the backbone of their families, their workplaces, you name it.
In this quote, this one really gets the nail on the head. You have a gift for knowing what will make another person feel better about the world and themselves. See, it's not just about ticking off a to-do list for them. It's this almost intuitive, empathetic gift. They just get what other people need to feel seen and supported.
And that talent for creating harmony, it's not just about feelings. You can literally see it and feel it. That's why ISFJs often have homes that feel like sanctuaries. They have this incredible sense of space, function, and just what makes a place feel good. And it's the exact same skill that makes them such wonderful gift givers. They just know the perfect thing that will light someone up.
But, it's always a two-sided coin, right? Every superpower has its kryptonite. So now we have to talk about the other side, the hidden challenges and weaknesses that often come right alongside those amazing strengths.
And this really gets to the heart of the central conflict for an ISFJ. They are so naturally tuned in to what everyone else wants and feels that it becomes way too easy to completely neglect or even forget about their own needs.
In that conflict, it creates some very real, very common hurdles. Because you dislike conflict and criticism so much, it can be almost physically painful to say no to someone. So you end up taking on way too much. And it also means you tend to keep your own feelings locked away inside, because the last thing you want to do is risk upsetting that harmony you've worked so hard to build.
So what's the end result of all this? Honestly, it's a classic recipe for burnout. You can end up feeling completely overburdened, maybe even taken for granted. And all that frustration just builds and builds with nowhere to go. It's sort of the quiet, heavy price you pay for always putting everyone else first.
But here's the good news. It absolutely does not have to be that way. So for this last part, let's talk about how you can unlock your full potential. Let's talk about the path to growth and, most importantly, balance.
All right, think of this as your personal toolkit for growth. Number 1, practice empathy first. Not to win an argument, but to truly understand where someone else is coming from. Number 2, and this is a big one, you have to learn to identify, value, and then express your own needs. They matter. And number 3, start to see discomfort differently. Facing a little discord isn't a threat to who you are. It's actually an opportunity to grow.
Okay, let's make this even simpler. Rule number 1, feed your strengths. Don't you dare hide those gifts. Lean into your talent for creating harmony and order. Let it shine. Rule number 2, face your weaknesses.
Look, admitting that conflict is just a part of life and learning how to handle it, that's not failure. No way. That's you giving yourself permission to become stronger and more resilient.
And finally, a really powerful one. Assume the best. Don't make people prove their worth to you. Go in looking for the good. That instinct you have to believe the best in others, that's a superpower. Use it to find the good in everyone.
So I want to leave you with this one final thought. As a nurturer, your greatest gift, your absolute core instinct, is caring for other people. But what if your biggest, most important growth comes from finally giving that same incredible care to yourself?